20% or more ownership stake or stake in a business that has been designated by our government to be illegal because of its association with a foreign adversary. There are a few countries listed there, but the president would have the power to designate any other country a foreign adversary without any kind of, you know, Congress wouldn't have to take action. It's a unilateral move. You are also implicated if you are someone who the government determines to be influenced by or connected with one of these countries that is a foreign adversary. And so, Elon Musk has talked about this. It is not possible that
Hey, we'll need bolt cutters to break into that container. Think you could swipe some from that place?
Doing business with this country that we don't like. And he also owns this platform called X. X should be shut down because of this association. This legislation will ultimately be used to shut down X and to shut down Rumble and to shut down your free speech. Because actually, powerful though Elon Musk is, he's not the problem. You're the problem. Powerful though Chris Pavlovsky and Rumble are, they're not the problem. You're the problem. Incredibly successful though TikTok might be, it ain't the problem. You are the problem. The problem is you've got the ability to formulate coherent, cogent opinions, and some pretty crazy ones, I read the chat, and present them. You also have the ability to form consensus. You also have the ability to collate extraordinary information. John Mearsheimer is a pretty esoteric dude. That dude will know about military strategy going back through Napoleon, maybe as far as Alexander the Great. Now, when we have Colonel Douglas McGregor on this show, you should check that interview out, by the way. You're listening to someone who understands war from the inside. What's important is now, if you just watch the people we've been talking to in the last sort of couple of weeks, you'll be able to work out that there's a potential that there are deliberate attempts to control our diet, to potentially put ambient toxins into various utilities as part of control of the media, has been deeply penetrated by state agencies and officials. The social media channels are being controlled and shut down. The dissenting voices are being smeared by CIA carve-out. I mentioned that because I'm one of them. That Moderna spent money to shut down dissenting voices. I mentioned that because I'm one of them. The government departments paid money to NGOs that shut down dissenting voices. I mentioned that because I'm one of them. These channels like this, we're not the only one. And I don't even claim to be the best. Gino's out there, Trousers out there, there's all sorts of different voices. There's people out there that hate us, like Redacted. We love those guys on Redacted, but there's people like Jimmy Dore. I love Jimmy Dore. One of them people that actually hate me. There are people that hate me out there, but what we've got now is the ability to have a proper conversation. So, let me know, what do you think? Do you think that the TikTok ban is about protecting you, or is it about establishing a precedent that will legitimize the closure of other sites that oppose the government agenda? Do you think if Joe Biden could push a button, not him at all actually, but if he could push a button that would shut down X, do you think he'd push it? Of course he'd push it. This is giving him that button. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments and the chat. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see more uncensored content where free speech can flourish, join our live stream. Click the link right here to watch the next video if you want to, or become a member of a growing movement. Download the Rumble app and you'll be informed every time we make a new piece of content. Stay free. Hosts have gifts for all the moms.
That is man. See you around.
There's been some organizing going on. There's some dark stuff going on in this country, especially as it pertains to these protests on these college campuses. Well, here we have NYC Deputy Commissioner, NYPD, excuse me, NYPD Deputy Commissioner, and I want you to listen to what he has to say. What they figured out about some of these kids protesting on these college campuses, and I want to get your thoughts and your opinions on that. I checked out and hit that subscribe button. There's still on film and do that stuff, man.
I believe I'm 99% students. And, Chief Justin talked about some of the literature and the leaflets that we talked about these sites. One being here.
You're through to your garage. Okay, I got stuff to do.
And I said it before, there is somebody behind this movement. There is some organization behind this movement. The level of
Merriweather, because security is a private matter. What can I do for you? A helicopter has been dispatched.
Leaflets on how to protest. Leaflets on how to commit to disobedience. Leaflets on what to do when you get arrested. Leaflets on what to say to the police when they act you. There is somebody funding this. There is somebody radicalizing our students. And I would definitely commission of counter intelligence. We'll find out who it is. And we're going to be asking them some questions. What we do.
So this is a piece of literature amongst many that was we recovered from NYU, and this is, like I said, one of many, but I just want to read this here. It says, occupy the occupiers, enter the temporary autonomous zone from New York to Gaza from Rose Island. Disrupt, reclaim, destroy. Zionist business interests everywhere. That division of real estate, that to America unschooled. Long live the father. So this is the mindset of somebody protesting. Sure.
Do you have any language difficulty at
No, not at all. We gave the kids.
Where do you want to go?
We gave them options, multiple options, and what their options were to an NYU league, basically, and a lot of things. That's what we want. A couple said, I want to be arrested. Okay, fine.
The best thing about this job?
Summers level,
They don't drug test.
Summers, that worked out fine. Here, the same thing. A couple kids took us up on the offer. A couple kids did not. Just want to be arrested. And I hope you captured. I know you captured the complete hatred for Israel that was being spewed, and the hatred for NYPD being spewed by the youth of this school.
It's been good seeing you.
Something to upsetting as a father, as
Just
New York
look
City
at the
people.
view. And we're here.
Last night in conjunction with the colleges.
Yeah, the two colleges presidents in writing requested what they needed, what they wanted, and I wouldn't call it a raid. I would call it just a removal of kids who are trespassing. That's what I would call it.
And let me just add, if you go on my social media page,
I'm gonna run out of fuel if we don't get going soon.
lessons of taking over a school. Can you believe that? Lessons on how to take over a school at NYU. Tell me that somebody's that radicalizing our students. What NYU student would do something like this? Somebody's behind this. Lessons on taking
Just
over
trying to hang on until
a school.
tomorrow.
One,
For
out of
sure.
12. Two, if you don't, they don't come.
Hey, lifeguards carry a lot of flares, right? Flares that could be used to signal for our pilot to collect a shipping container. Just saying. Now's your chance to grab a box.
So yeah, you saw the NYPD deputy commissioner there. Now, I have a feeling that he's not going to be looking any deeper into the situation because he's probably already got the phone call. They know who's behind it, and he's not going to be asking them any types of questions. But it is interesting to see what they found out. Exactly what we had been speculating, but I think we don't know what's going on.
I have to say, these tent cities that they're building across college campuses are crazy, that are really well organized. And you know I had to look into this to understand who's behind all this and who's paying all these things. I have to be honest, what I found was not really shocking, but I was surprised by how similar it is to the BLM summer riots in 2020. You see, these encampments are actually really well organized. The students receive the tents from organizers that also supply a bunch of different food like pizzas, rotisserie chicken, coffee. So I looked into who these organizers actually are, and there are three prominent groups. Students for Justice in Palestine, there's Within Our Lifetime, and then there's Jewish Voices of Peace. And these groups are actually led and organized by another organization called U.S. Campaign for Palestinian Rights. And just guess how much these fellows are paid. They get $7,800 if they work 8 hours a week on some kind of Palestinian campaign. Makes you rethink what the hell you're doing with your life. And across these campuses, we've seen these fellows speak out at various events. Nita Lofty, Craig Bolton, Malika Pina. But where the hell does USCPR even get this money to pay these fellows that much money? And who funds Students for Justice in Palestine and these other organizations? Here is where it really gets interesting. Almost all of their funding comes from rich, elite investors such as George Soros, Howard Horowitz, and members of the Rockefeller family. And isn't that ironic on its own? You see, George Soros' Open Society Foundation, along with Rockefeller's brother fund, gave $700,000 to these organizations. And we know now that an Open Society Foundation isn't run by George Soros anymore. It's actually run by his brother Alex Soros and his partners Huma Abedin, with direct ties to the Muslim Brotherhood. As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Now, the Open Society Foundation also funneled $20 million into the Tide Foundation. And the Tide Foundation takes this money and disperses it across all of these organizations across the U.S. They funnel money into Westpac, which is an organization that is led by Howard Horowitz. And Westpac is actually the fiscal sponsor for Within Our Lifetime. And guess what? All of these organizations have direct ties to the 2020 Summer Love riots. So the question I have to ask is why? Why now? Why again in the summer before a presidential election?
Election, of course. These folks are being organized. This wasn't spontaneous, in my humble opinion. Obviously, we got some evidence there, but this wasn't spontaneous. These weren't just students organizing this. These were some bad folks. And of course, you add on top of that, we have an open border, right? So listen, I cannot wait until Uncle Trump walks back to that White House and we can start getting every single last one of these folks out, right? Because this is literally a danger to us. We don't know who these folks are, where they came from, what their intentions are, right? And where they went to, because there's some dialogue, right? There's some folks who they did not catch or did not process that just came into the country. And now we have these uprisings on college campuses, which could easily, very, very easily spill over to, outside college campuses onto our streets, like the riots, the BLM riots did. And with the riots, like I said, now you have people mixed into those crowds that do not like us.
Yep. But you gotta realize Joe Biden flew some of them motherfuckers in.
Yeah.
Joe Biden flew some of them motherfuckers in.
Very, very dangerous stuff. Not all hope is lost, though. I do want to end this video on a high note. I know, everything's been a little dreary, but this is the University of Chicago. Check out this clip. So, yeah, all hope is not lost, ladies and gentlemen.
Hope, just saying hope right there is lost. Shit.